Guys, what's up? Part 7, I think. I kind of lost track at the moment. As you can see, I've finished the arm. Well, not finished yet, but I spent some time working on it. And in my opinion, it starting to look pretty badass though. The character itself starting to get shape, and it's starting to look really cool, very heroic. Which of course is the whole point of doing this tutorial, so we're on track. It's still not perfect, the arm is still not perfect, as you can see. I should spend a bit more time on it, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm gonna keep on going. In this case, we're gonna work on the hand that I've set up, right up here. The hand itself is not that difficult, to be honest. It's actually pretty simple, but it can get messy really quickly, because you kinda need to add a lot of edge loops to get a basic shape in there, and then things get really messy when you start attaching the hand to the arm itself. As you can see here, I didn't attach the arms yet to the actual torso, because I'm probably going to spend an entire tutorial on that, on how to do that properly, and clearly since it's kind of a bitch. So same here for the hands though, we're going to model it and then we're going to just stick it there for the moment and just leave it. So then we can move on to the legs. And then the final one, we're going to stitch everything together, which will hopefully turn out pretty damn awesome. Let's hope for that. So the hand, as I said before, is not that difficult. It's actually quite simple. The basic shape is pretty simple. You've got a box for the palm of the hand itself, and then you've got a bunch of cylinders, which are the fingers. So it's really not that fascinating or that difficult, but it gets a bit tricky when it comes to the topology. So we're just gonna get started, and we'll just see where it all ends. It doesn't really matter where you start. Some start at the actual hand or the palm of the hand, the other ones start at the fingers. Doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna start on the palm of the hand, this one here, and I'm just gonna create a cube this time, because it's a little bit easier starting from cube. Let's make sure it's actually sticking out. There we go. And with just one subdivision, we're just gonna start getting into shape. So this one should be here. This one shouldn't be here, or this should be here, but around here is where the fingers start. So at the knuckles, around here, for example. This one there, and this one a little bit higher, right there, because it actually goes in shape like this, and actually gets a little bit round at the end of it. Let's go to the right view. Oh, I'm not if I can actually find them. Crap. It's really helpful, right? When everything is in view. Let's see, which ones do we need? This one, right? So Ctrl H. I'm gonna hide the character itself as well for this time. It's a little bit easier. Same here. There we go. Let's find our box again. This one. There we are. Let's find the image to the right. So this one. And same thing here. We're gonna shape it, just roughly again one more time. Just make it simple, around here-ish. This one should be around there. Nothing really fancy. Just keep it there. Keep it simple. Perfect. So we're going to add one around here in the middle, so we can actually get the edge loops in there for the fingers. The first thing I'm going to do is one here, right there, and we kind of want to follow the tendons in this case, the tendons in the hand, which are the muscles in the hand. So I'm going to do it here at the center of the knuckle. Same one here, and here, and right there. And I'm going to make them follow the tendons straight away, so this one should be around here, this one around here, and a little bit to the right, and they tend to all disappear right in the middle, which makes it a little bit more messy when you start attaching into the actual body. So there and here ish. Let's go to the right view. Nothing really changed so far, so we're all good. But I kind of want to use this one a little bit to the left, so you can see here the knuckle starts there. Little bit difficult to see, but it starts around here. Middle finger around there, maybe. Oh, this one should be a little more further in, and this one as well. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these and I'm going to turn them to looking through camera. This one as well, so we can only see them when we actually look through the camera, in which case is the side view or top view or whatever. Gonna make these neat again, something like this. There you go. So you get a nice rounded shape, and the same view for top view, but this one a little bit different. This one should be a little bit out. These two as well. so it gets a more like a heart shape for the bottom side of the hand, so the palm. Okay, then we're going to add one edge loop all around it, so right there, so we can actually use it to create some bit of shape in there, like so. This one should a little bit more in here, like that. Same thing, we start checking to see if we fuck something up. Don't think so though, but maybe we should do a little bit higher this spot as well. There's a very small slope in here. It's tiny, but it's still there. So this one is a small slope that you should keep in mind. Something like this. There we go. I'm gonna leave it for now, because now we can actually start working on the fingers. It's a little bit easier, so I'm gonna go to my Lambert and up it all the way. There you go. Maybe a little bit darker. There you go. So we can start working on the fingers. The fingers are nothing more than a simple cylinder. I'm gonna grab it here. I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna rotate it 90 degrees. Let's do the channel box a little bit easier. There you go. Also keep in mind that you kind of want to have 8 subdivisions. It's actually crucial. So 8 subdivisions for that part. And then we're just gonna place it where it should be, so around here. And I'm gonna scale it down, so I can actually get the shape of the fingertip right in there. Something like this. And again, let's go to the material attribute and make it a little bit more transparent. There we go. These vertices here should be at the knuckle, right there. These ones should be a little bit higher, so it gets nice curvature again, so it gets a nice round shape again. Same as well, every part of the human body. Same here. I'm gonna do the same thing for here, but this time I'm gonna grab the outer ones. I'm gonna drag them in, like so. And then the top ones and the bottom one, I'll just show for this side. So you kind of want to have something more like this, so you get an actual nice round shape in there. Let's go to the right view. Let's drag it. I'm not gonna bend it just yet. You could if you want to, but we're not gonna do it for now. We'll do it later. First thing I want to do is just get the shape in there. I also want to make this part a little bit smaller. Actually, let's not do it right now. Let's wait for it. Then I'm gonna delete a couple of edges here. I kind of want it to be a quad, so I'm gonna delete these 4. See, like that. And at the bottom side, I'm gonna delete them all. I'm gonna show you a small trick. So I'm gonna grab this vertex. And then right click while I hold Ctrl. So Ctrl right click, you can actually set two faces, and delete them. It's a little bit faster, a little bit cleaner. Okay, let's go back to the front view, and we're gonna add the knuckles, or the I don't know what they're called. Not knuckles, but the things here, the bones. So I'm gonna add one edge loop there, and I think around one here-ish. There you go. I'll make this one a little bit wider, actually. This one as well, a little bit. Not that much. So you actually get a nice finger shape in there. Right view, going to do the same thing here. Actually, it's pretty okay so far. I'm gonna move this one a little bit towards the back, so you get this nice finger tip shape. It's a little bit more curved towards the back, like this. You can see here as well. It goes a little bit something like this. This part here is flatter than the actual finger itself, so something like this. Let's see it smooth. See, you can actually see it right now. Looks much better. So this is the part where you can start thinking about bending it, which is fine. I'm gonna grab this one. I'm gonna move it to the pointy finger. I'm gonna rotate it really quickly so we can actually bend it according to the pointy finger. The shape is fine because I don't care about it yet. Actually, no, let's not. Let's not do that. Let's just do it right here. Who cares, right? Let's go hardcore. So I'm just gonna grab these. I'm gonna bend them, which means rotate right around here-ish probably. It's a bit hard to guess, but let's do it around here. And then these ones one more time as well. And also bend it. So the finger is a bit more, well, chilled out. And this one, I'm just gonna keep it like maybe a small rotation in there. Tiny one, there you go. See, it actually looks relaxed. You could do this one a little bit more if you want to, the upper one. which is fine, but I'm just gonna keep it for now like this. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna add a bunch more edge loops as usual. First thing, if you want to have something bent when you start making the character come alive, when you start animating it, you need at least 3 edge loops to create a decent bend. So in this case the fingers, you kind of want that. So, because when you start adding joints, you'll have one here, which will end here, and you'll have one that starts here as well. And then you have these edge loops that actually support the bending motion that you're gonna get. So keep in mind that if you have like a shoulder or an elbow or fingers, knees, you kind of have you need at least 3 edge loops there. Or a different trick, you can also merge these two together, but at least 3 edge loops to actually support the, well, also for the volumes and the bending stuff. So keep in mind 3 of them. If you have that, you'll be fine. Next up, I'm gonna shape it a little bit better, so I'm gonna move on to the back. I kind of want to have this almost like a cylinder in there. Keep in mind that this will happen. So move it a little bit toward that area. There you go. Much better. I'm gonna grab these ones, these 2 edges here, and I'm gonna push them in, like so. Then you get this pretty decent looking knuckle, or I don't know what's called. Fuck it. Let's grab these. Push them out a little bit. Just a little bit. Like that. Then you can start seeing here the bending as well. It's actually looking properly. Gonna do the same thing here. So we're gonna add 3 of them. Or 2. One there and one there. And we start shaping it. So as well, this one here should form like a cylinder almost. So I'm gonna grab these 2 like this. And this one, same method. These 2 edges again, I'm gonna push them in. A little bit higher as well, something like that. There you go. If you want, you can also do the same thing here with these edges of here. Oh crap. So the one down there, I'm gonna grab the vertex though. This one, and that one. And just push them out a little bit. Just a little bit. This one. There you go. Finger. Ish. Okay, we're gonna add a couple more. We're gonna add one in the middle, in the center here. One here as well, and one there as well. Well, why? Well, for the volumes in here, because this has a bit more fat, so you get this nice cushion effect. You kind of want to have as well. So this may be same here, a little bit more, like that. You can see here now in the Excel, this looks a lot better though. I don't like this bending yet, but we'll live. Maybe a little bit more. That didn't do that much though. Looks fine as it is. Looks fine. Of course, now you can also add a bit more edge loops in here, in between, so you actually start getting detail of the skin folding and wrinkles. I'm not going to do that though, but what I'm going to do is grab the center vertex here. I'm going to push it all the way out. Well, a little bit out. Same here. Just a little bit. So it actually sticks out. Why? Because then you can actually get these. You can see here. This looks a lot better. Save it. I think it's a little bit too fat though, this front end finger. Let's a little bit less. Just grab these 2 a little bit towards the back. And there you go. Finger. That looks quite okay. So let's do the fingernail. It's actually really simple. Once you know the trick's actually really simple. Well, let's first align everything a little bit better though, because it's not correct as it is. This looks fine, but it should be a little bit longer. The thing should be a little bit longer. Let's grab the faces. Scroll it twice, 3 times. Let's move it down. Actually, let's not do that 3 times. Like this. See what it looks like. To the right. To the right. I'm gonna rotate it. I'm gonna fix it. I'm getting very annoyed by this. So something like this. check the front view one more time. Yeah, okay. It should be even bigger, but we'll live. Yeah, okay. Let's do the fingernail. Again, like I said, the trick is actually really simple. So I'm gonna go to face mode. I'm gonna grab these 4 faces right here, like so. I'm gonna go to edit mesh and extrude face, but I'm just gonna offset it a little bit, Christ. Let's 0.0.4. No, a little bit more. 2. Let's do 1.5. There you go. Like this. Now I'm gonna twist it. This actually goes inside. There you go, like this. I'm gonna move it as well, a little bit inside as well. And then this time I am going to extrude it. But first let's shape it a little bit better because the shape is a bit off. So I'm gonna grab these points here, these two. Let's move it. So it's a little bit more like they should be, so a little bit lower. Like that. So I actually get this round shape in there. Let's shrink it as well. There you go. You actually can start seeing the shape right here now. Then I'm gonna extrude these again one more time. So this time I'm gonna hit extrude slightly less, a little bit more. Holy crap, it's too much. I'll just do it hardcore. Let's just move it like so. See, fingernail. Not perfect yet, because this should actually be, let's actually go underneath it. This should be lower, so I'm gonna move it by a lot. It should be like this, and these should be higher again, so they actually overlap a little bit, something like this. There you go. Fingernail. Then of course if you want to get well funky, you can extrude this one again, for example. Let's just do it like that. So then you just hit extrude, and then you get a nice pointy nail. Okay. Finger. I'm not gonna do that though, because I don't really like it. So, but I'm probably gonna extrude it like once, a little bit more, so I get a little bit more of a fingernail feel to it. A little bit like this maybe. Shrink it down, tiny, a little bit. There you go. See? Okay, let's grab this edge here. Gonna make it a little bit wider. Also a little bit lower probably. Something like this. There you go. Let's save it. One finger done. Let's delete history for everything. And then from the front view, we're just gonna copy paste it. I'm gonna just hit Ctrl D. I'm gonna move it to the finger here. I'm gonna rotate it. I'm gonna scale it down. I'm gonna move it up. There we go. Same thing here. Ctrl D or Command D if you have a Mac. Rotate it slightly and move it. One more time for the pinky. These should also be a little bit turned in this direction, a little bit. And rotate and scale. And move it. Make sure that these actually follow like almost like an arc. This one could actually be a little bit lower, for example, a bit higher. Should be higher, so you get this nice arc in there. Fingers. Let's go to right view. Because the same goes here from the top view, from the bottom view, top view, whatever. You also want to have an arc in here. Right now it looks stupid, so also we're gonna move this one lower. This one as well, and this one even lower. The pinky should be the lowest, right here-ish. Then you look from the side, you actually see them overlapping, which is exactly what you want to have. Okay. The thumb is actually just a finger, so I'm going to duplicate it again. And I'm going to rotate it, also this direction, 90 degrees, so it's almost flat. And then I'm just going to place it right here-ish where I want it to be for the moment, and I'll just leave it there, because the thumb is actually pretty difficult. I'm going to place it, I'm going to grab it. Probably rotate it even further though, but something like this. There you go. I'm gonna scale it up immediately. I'm gonna make it a lot wider, like so. And I'm probably gonna delete all the faces up here. So you might as well do it right now. There you go. And then you should start fixing the actual shape of the thumb. For now I'm just gonna leave it like this because we're gonna move on to the actual hand itself again. So right now it looks like this. It's just pretty okay as a start. It looks fine. Okay. So now we need to think of a way how we can attach the fingers to the actual hand. Well, first off we need a lot more edge loops for that, otherwise we can't do it. Right? Because we need for each finger we need 6 vertices to attach it to. I'm mistaken, or is it 8? 8 vertices to attach it to. Right now we only have, well, 2 per finger. So that's not really helpful. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to add an edge loop here. Where the knuckles end. So right here-ish. I'm going to show you a dirty trick that you can use. So I'm going to grab these edges here. Not these ones actually. Here we are. Let's make them sure they align properly. There we go. And there are a couple of things that you can do. One of them is you're going to bevel this edge, which sounds dirty. It is. Make it roughly the size of the finger itself, like this. And in vertex mode, you can build the things together right here and then add an edge loop in between, and then you get a quad, which sounds fine. But in this case, not really that helpful, because what we are going to do though is we're going to add a bunch more edge loops. Who would have thought, right? So I'm going to add a bunch more here, here, and here in between the fingers, right here. So here and here. So let's do it right now. One there, and one there. Keep in mind though that all of these need to be attached to the arm at some point, which will make it difficult. I'm going to delete these for a second because we don't actually need them. There you go. Okay. So we have a couple of more edge loops right now, which is fine. But we're still not there yet though. In between the fingers there's a little bit of space, a bit of webbing right here. So we kind of want to have it as well. And right now when we start merging things together, everything like these 2 fingers will come together at one vertex, which is nasty, as you can imagine. So we don't want to do that though. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab these. So the edge loops in between the fingers. So this one, and this one. And now I am going to bevel them a little bit less though, like this. I'm going to weld these vertices together. So this one should be there. Make sure that you do both sides, so bottom side as well. There you go. Then in between all of these, you can add an edge loop, so everything becomes a quad again. So edge loop, edge loop, edge loop. So everything's still quad, so we're still good. We're still good. And then we need to add one more in the middle of the entire hand itself. But first I'm going to fix some stuff. The fingers aren't that perfect yet, so this the pinky should be a little bit even more to the left. This one as well. And I think the ring finger looks pretty okay. Yeah, it looks pretty okay. As you can see, there's still the space, the size of the faces compared to the size of the fingers is a little bit big, so this should be smaller. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna be dirty as fuck. I'm just gonna grab all these. I'm gonna move them on the inside. There you go. Fuck it. Once in a while, it's fine to be dirty. This looks a little bit better though. Same here though. We need to do the same thing here. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. The volumes itself here will be fixed by the edge loop that will actually make the knuckles themselves. So it's fine for the moment. There we go. So let's add one more edge loop right in the middle. Then we can actually start attaching the fingers, but first I want to do is fix this one here, because now this will be very all square. We kind of don't want to have that, so I'm gonna drag it out. This one a little bit on to the right, so everything gets nice and smooth again, which is what we want to have anyway. So there we go. I feel a little bit better, and then we can start deleting the faces. So this one. Just delete them all first. There we go. Let's check it. It's fine. Okay. Keep in mind though that the bottom side of the hand, the palm itself, is sticking out a little bit further than the top side, so this should be a little bit lower. and these as well then. So these vertices also a little bit lower. So there's an actual slope in there, like this. So it goes like this. You can go even further if you want to, but for now just keep it like that. And let's align them a little bit better. So this one should be a little bit to the right. This should be a lot lower, as you can see. A lot lower actually. Let's do that right now. So I'm gonna grab these vertices here. By a lot. Pinky finger same. Same here. It's a little bit easier to do it right now, and instead of doing it when you actually attach the fingers, because then the things will get a little bit more messy. So I'm gonna do it right now. That looks a lot better. Should be higher as well, by a lot. And smaller, as you can see. Same here, and same here. Oh, wrong vertex. This one. Bad vertex. Okay. This looks pretty okay. Then we can actually start putting everything together. Okay, let's do it right now. So I'm gonna grab all these first. These 4. We're not gonna do the thumb twist yet. So first these 4 fingers, I'm gonna hit mesh and then combine them. So everything's in one mesh. And then we can start building things together. So what you can do is to, of course, bridge them together, which is fine as well. Which works. If this actually would work. I mean, that's a valid trick. I'm gonna do the old school method though. I'm just gonna try to build them together. I can actually get it to work at some point today. Would be cool. This one there. Keep in mind though that you actually weld the the ones that should go where they should go. So this one should be there. It's really easy to weld the wrong one to each other. Been there, done that. So speaking from personal experience, oh, there you go. There you go. Looks awful, I know, which is fine for now. Let's first make it into a hand itself. Oh, again, wrong one. There you go. A little bit annoying, a little bit tricky, but we'll get there eventually. There we go. Oh, I think I forgot one. I did. There we go. Same here. One there. It's a bit tedious, but hey. Oh, there you go. God damn it. Stupid fingers. Okay, there we go. Looks really stupid without a thumb yet, but that's fine. Let's see what it actually looks like. It looks pretty, actually quite okay. It's a little bit awkward, but other than that, it's not that bad actually. Huh. Up, a little bit like this. There you go. Huh. Cool. Easy peasy. Hand. Let's turn down the opacity by a lot actually for a minute. There you go, so check it out. Things look a little bit weak though, like a little bit, I don't know, weak. But probably because this is really big. Of course when it's actually done, we're actually gonna scale it up by a lot, so it actually looks like a superhero hand instead of like this tiny little scrawny hand. See, it looks a little bit better. Just some tweaking, as usual. Nothing new under the sun. There you go. Okay. This looks really painful, so I'm gonna move one a little bit more inside for the actual shape here. Definitely for that one. Then you can actually also start seeing the tendons pop out, which is kind of what we want to have anyway. So same here. This looks really scrawny as fuck. Let's fix this. There you go. Same here. Still don't like them though, but we can always fix that later on. Nothing is lost just yet. Oh, this is bad though. Okay, brilliant. Let's move on. Let's do the thumb, which is a goddamn nightmare. I hate the thumb. It's my nemesis, if to be honest. I hate it. It's really a pain in the ass. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to grab these four. I'm going to drag them all the way down, right there. This is where the thumb will be attached to at this point. It looks awful from this side of view, but it's fine. And then I'm just going to delete them, right? Because what we're going to do is we're going to bridge everything together from the thumb to the actual hand itself. I'm going to grab both. I'm going to hit combine, and then we can start bridging things together. But this is where things get a little bit tricky because of how it's well made, constructed. These edges should go together. This one, because that actually creates the skin flap in between the thumb and the palm of the hand itself. So I'm going to bridge it. Then you get this very awkward strip, but it's fine. And now things get a little bit tricky, right? So these ones, you should go all the way up. Let's go. That's not really helpful. A little bit helpfuler. I'm going to extrude these ones all the way up there to the actual hand itself, so to the wrist, and then back, because these create this tendon right here. So I'm gonna drag it all the way down there to the right, and we're not gonna merge anything yet so far. First we're gonna make, well, look like a freaking hand itself. So let's have a look. Okay, we can bridge these two, which is fine. And then we can bridge this bad boy to that one. There you go. This looks really weak, really stupid, but it's fine. Because we're gonna move them all anyway in a second or two. Now our downside is a little bit more tricky. If I can find it, there you go. Because the shape of the thumb, it actually, well, let's see if we can find it in our image. There it is. Right, you can see it here. The thumb goes all the way around here. It actually has this bulge in there that we kind of want to have as well, where the thumb is attached to, because this is a muscle around here, big fat muscle. So we kind of want to have the shape as well. So what we should do, let's actually turn it around, make it a little bit easier. Let's go to -1 and -1. If I can find it again, it would be cool. Where the hell are you? There you are. And then you should be like, I don't know, right there. Front view. That's not really helpful. Nope. I have no idea why the pivot point is right up, all the way up there, but do I see it? Do I see it? It's really annoying. Where are you? Who would have thought that this could be so annoying, right? And then there you are. There you are. Merci. Took a while, but hey, we got it. There you go. A little bit like that. Let's get the shader done. A little bit lower. Okay. That these don't align is fine. I don't care at the moment. I just want to see the thumb for the hands. As you can see here, we need to change some stuff here. You can see the bulging starts around here, so around this area right there. So we should move all of these a little bit more to the right. so we can actually have space here. So this one is fine. I'm gonna move this one. I'm gonna grab it, load there. Same thing here. I'm gonna lower these ones to actually create that shape, but I'm gonna use this edge loop here for the actual bulging part. So a little bit lower as well, so we can actually make the shape. The same happens here. That's why I moved these already. A little bit tighter. This one as well. I'm gonna use this one for the bulging. So lower. And use this one for the actual shape of that bulge, like so. There you go. Let's see what it looks like. Probably really stupid. I've seen worse. Gonna grab this one, I'm gonna pull it out, like so. And this one as well. So you get this nice thing here. So let's start bridging stuff together again. You can see we're starting to get an issue right now. I can do this one to that one. This one to that one, but then we have an extra face here, which is not the end of the world, but will make things a little bit more difficult. So I'm going to move this one a little bit toward that side. Same here. We need some space there, so I'm going to grab this one. Oh, should do edge. And this one. Bridge, motherfucker. This one as well. Bridget, which still sounds like a name, Bridget, but there you go. So everything is attached right now. It may look really stupid, but that's perfectly fine. Well, the thumb needs to be fixed. The actual shape needs to be fixed. So let's do that right now. So I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna fix it again. So 1 and 1. Probably need to fix it again. Oh, actually works well. Okay. You can see it's still really thin. I think I deleted the face right there. Oh, I did. My bad. Bridge. Let's fix these straight away because they're really stupid. There you go. This looks pretty good, okay. From a technical point of view, topology wise looks pretty okay, but this stuff here looks really bad, so I'm gonna fix this first. I'm gonna grab all of these a little bit more like this. This should be a lot bigger. I don't care yet about the actual shape on the other side. I just want to get the shape of the thumb in place. I can scroll sometime. That would be nice. There we go. This should be higher. This should be higher as well. Like so and like so. Let's see what it looks like. Probably even worse. Yeah, it does. These should be spread out a lot more actually, so like this. Same here on the other side. They make up a secondary ring around the actual thumb itself. It's awesome for volumes. Front view, same here, this one. Let's make sure that we don't destroy anything. It's getting there. It's getting there. Starting to look pretty okay. This one. And that one. It's not perfect yet, but you get the idea. Of course, it still needs a lot of fixing and more edge loops, as usual. I think I've made myself a little bit difficult. Let's see if I'm right. I think I am. Yep. This is a spiral that I just made. I kind of don't want that though, because this edge loop here will go all the way around and then disappear up here. So I probably need to do it manually, because we need one there. At least one actually there, because these faces here are really big and I kind of don't want to have that, so I'm gonna need to fix that. Let's make this one a little bit smaller. Ew, that looks awful. Not bad. There you go. Let's see what I can do about it. So I'm gonna cut it. I probably need to change some edge loops here. I'm actually quite sure I should. So I'm just gonna be dirty about it. So I'm gonna cut all the way up there. Oh, if I can actually someday. Like this. If I'm not mistaken. Yep. Okay. So let's fix these awful looking edge loops. I'm gonna delete this one. And then torque belt. So that something like even nope, like so. Is that fixed? Actually, that might work actually. But if it delete these, then we have an angle on there, which I kind of don't want to have. So actually, it's easy. Let's do it like this. Problem solved. Also gives a little bit more edge loops to actually get the shape in there with the bulging and at the thumb. So perfect. By accident. There you go. Still like the thumb itself though, but see if I can do something about that. This should be a little bit like this, like that. That looks a little bit better though. But this will take a little bit more time, of course, the thumb, because it's a little bit annoying. Okay, hand. Let's change the shader. Let's actually see what it looks like when you actually place it next to the body. Just for shits and giggles. I'm gonna guess it's gonna look tiny as hell. Let's grab these. Shift H. There you go. Oh, get fuck. Yeah. There it is. That looks really tiny as fuck. So I'm gonna make it a lot bigger. Maybe a little bit too big, something like this. That looks pretty okay, to be honest. Let's do blend 1. Yeah, it actually looks quite well. Still get special that one. Oh. There should be one, I'm guessing. Z. There it is. There you go. So you get something like this. A little bit too wide, as you can see, but I kind of like this part here, the way it looks. The fingers are a little bit too thin, but we can fix that, of course. But the overall shape is quite okay. So I'm gonna do just that. So I'm gonna fix the actual the volumes of it, and that's it. So this is how you pretty much make a hand. Of course, now you can add more and more edge loops for the shape, overall shape and detail. But that's it. I mean, a hand is not that difficult to model, as you can see. So I'm gonna fix some shapes. I'm just gonna tweak it and polish it. But next time we'll do the leg. So I hope I will see you again next time.